What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Cooking with Keke, and today we're going to be making some smothered pork chops. So let's go ahead and get into this. Your first ingredient is going to be some onions. Now you can dice up as much as you like. I just did a little bit, but honestly, the more the better. Next, you're going to need some seasonings. Now, any seasonings will do up to your par because you're just going to regularly season your pork chops before you fry them up. But what you will need for sure is some all-purpose flour and some seasoning salt. Now you can use any pork chops you like, any kind, thin chops, butterfly chops. I'm gonna go ahead and use my butterfly chops because they're already halfway thawed out. And to make the process even faster, I'm just gonna flip them over in some water in the sink. So now we're gonna go ahead and start to season our pork chops up. We're gonna use a little bit of Slap Your Mama, little bit of salt, little bit of pepper, all that good stuff. Like I said, any seasonings up to your par. It doesn't really matter. I used all these. However you like your pork chop seasons, go ahead and do that. Your pork chops should be nice and colored by now. Let me tell y'all, seasoning plays a big part in this. So we're gonna go ahead and get our flour, toss it in a bag. You can use Tupperware, a bag. I'm using a plastic bag and start off by putting 2 in. I'm gonna shake that up and then put the next 2 in and repeat the same process. Got them nice and battered? Okay, let's go ahead and fry these up. So I know y'all heard that nice sizzle when I dropped in my pork chisels. Y'all, these is gonna motherfucking smack. But let's go ahead and get into them. They cooking up real nice. We're gonna cook them a little bit extra than you normally would on each side, but I'll show y'all. So I got this side fully cooked, one side done, and like I said, I really am gonna overcook it just a tad so I can get this grease, just a little stink, a little dirty. So now they're looking towards that point of being well done. I'm gonna continue flipping them. Like I said, I need that stank in the grease, but they're getting towards being done. So I'm gonna start taking them out actually. As you can see, it looks very crispy, very, very stank. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one out too. We're going to start the process of making the gravy, and I'm actually going to pour most of this grease out. Even though I actually poured too much out, I'm going to add it back in. And this little dirty bit here in the bottom, we're going to save that. That's what you want. That flour bump before, we're going to go ahead and pull that back out and pour it inside of the pan, as well as your onions. We're going to go ahead and turn the stove on medium high right now. And we're going to go ahead and start mixing this up. We want this to really get to a burnt consistency because the browner, the better the taste. We're going to add a little bit of seasoning salt as well. We want to go ahead and season it up at this point, continuing to add the flour, or you can do it all at once. I decided to do it bit by bit. Like I said, I need to add a little bit more oil, and you're going to add some water as well. That's what's going to give it the gravy consistency. Continuing to mix that shit up, adding water. Like I said, you can even taste test if you need to. That seasoning salt and that dirty grease. That's what's going into play here. Now I'm going to start seasoning mine a little bit extra just so it has a different taste from the pork chops. I'm showing you every fuck thing I use. You need your gravy to be boiling at this point. I'm going to give y'all a closer look. You want it really simmering. Look at that. Simmering. Okay? Alrighty, so like I said, at this point, my gravy's pretty much done for my standards, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove down. Turn that on down. As y'all can see, gravy forming, good, slurpable, eatable. Alright, so now here comes the good part. We're going to start adding in our pork chops one by one, and you want to make sure to really smother them in there. Make sure each one is individually smothered in the gravy. You want to make sure add it on top, flip them around, all that good stuff. Y'all, this is finna really go down in my motherfucking kitchen. But like I said, smother them with that gravy. Make sure they are saucy, all right? That gravy is what you really want to taste. A little bit of your skin gonna come off. That's okay. Cover it up like nothing happened. Keep flipping them, and keep dipping them, okay? Alrighty guys, so this is going to be your finished product of your smothered pork chops. Let's get a nice close look of those onions, all that seasoning and our gravy mixed into one. It looks so fucking good. Y'all, it is finna go down. If y'all want to add some sides, maybe some corn, some green beans, maybe even a side salad. But I hope you guys did like the video. I hope you guys do decide to make some of your own smothered pork chops. And of course, if you do, make sure to tag me on Instagram at Keke's Cakes. And as always, I will see y'all next time.